Hey, good morning, and it's Colton from Coyote Academy. And this morning, as promised, I wanted to go over some locations. I'm going to take the drone out, and in the video, you're going to see me flying around and pointing out locations and talking about, maybe why I'd set there or if I've ever caught there before. Just, I'm not saying when you see all these spots that you have to set every one of them. These are all locations that I've caught coyotes at in the past. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. So this is just a spot that I've always caught at, and it's pretty much right in your face. All the spokes are coming to the center of the hub. Bunch of field crop changes, grass strips running through. You got a waterway ditch. There's muskrats that are just polluting that ditchway. Lo and behold, I don't trap them as hard as I probably should, but we'll just keep letting them grow, I guess. Now next, here's just a big crop field. It's probably 80 acres, but right out in the middle there's an island of trees, and you can kind of see a ditch going to that island of trees, a little low spot right there to the left. Yeah, right where the arrow is pointed at now, you'll see there's a low spot. But also, here's another crop change, T intersection. You're going to see that, and then the corner, and those are just very basic spots to set. If I was going to set it, I would set maybe this little low spot ditch right here on the corner, and that island of trees in the back. But you go over here and you have this windbreak strip of trees that are coming out into a field. They dump a lot of deer carcasses here, and you can always guarantee you're going to pick up a coyote or two there. Now this is another spot, good for skunks and whatnot up close right here, and some fox. But as you start to get out, you're going to see that little triangle T there. There's a low spot ditch waterway that runs right through, and then just that windbreak in it is just right here, the edge of the tree line. I mean, these are just very basic and beginner spots. These are kind of filler locations that I just use, and I can typically glass them from the road. There's a road to the left that you can glass them. Now this is one of the spots that I usually always catch at. This place is usually good for 10 to 15 coyotes, depending on how long you trap it or how long, how hard you want to trap it. But I basically just set this spot up right here. I mean, you got a big ditch, waterway cut through, and then if you can see to the left, there's right in that bean field, there is a low spot waterway. So, and you have a large creek system that's kind of a boundary up there, if you can see that. So if you look down there, you could probably see a few catch circles, but I think I've taken 13 or 14 out of there this year. So just a large valley system. It works out pretty well. Now we're just coming straight back from that actual spot, and down the other way there's just a little island, and this is kind of a little dump area that they just push and pile up everything. That little island sitting to the left there, right in there between that group of trees and that island, that's a decent little pinch point. And then out on that point to the left is also a nice little spot that I've caught before. But there's just a lot of things coming to those spots. So just finishing and wrapping up that little segment there. I showed a few locations. Those are just kind of like filler. Those are just kind of like filler locations, and most of them are really good locations. But some of them, it's just you're going to pick up a few transients. You might pick up, typically they're not good for your high productive sets or locations. So I try to have those in between my larger stops, and I really just wanted places I can glass and check quickly. Now, setting them up's a whole different ball game, because it does take additional time to set them up while you're setting up your prime spots. But once you get them set up, you can just kind of factor that out of the equation. It's just a simple, throw up a monocular or a binocular and glass them from the road, and it just helps add fur to the pile. So I hope you guys enjoy them. I'm planning on putting up a few more intermediate and maybe advanced style sets, set locations. So trying to work out a few things, and hopefully I can bring you some pretty good content and some enjoyable content. But take care, guys, and have a Merry Christmas.